fueled by C4, Cellucor, and Extend. Use the code Clydesdale to get 20% off at checkout at c4energy.com. On Clydesdale Media, where we bring you the widest array of content here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notifier so you're the first to know when new episodes are available. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Clydesdale Media Weight Loss Journey. My name is Scott Schweitzer. I'm the Clydesdale. It's my journey of weight loss that we're here to discuss. My nutrition coach, Cheryl Nasso, is currently experiencing loss of internet. So she has tried to go to a Starbucks to log on. And now I think she is resorting to her phone. But we're hoping to have her hop on here any second. So it has been a week since we last talked. I'm here to update you guys on what everything that's going on, and it's a good update. I'm hoping that Cheryl hops on here any second because I'd like her to be here for the update. Anyway, we are 2 weeks out from the games. I will be leaving on the Monday of that week and heading up to Madison, and everything has been really dialed in nutrition wise. It's just becoming like habit every day what I'm eating, and it's getting to be more repetitive than it used to be. Just because I'm kind of in this groove and I'm just eating the same thing over and over again, which I'm all cool with as long as the results are good. Cheryl's asking me to send her the link so she can hop on her phone. Hold on one second. I will get that to her in a second. Sorry about that, everybody. We always seem to have the technical issues. So just let me get this to her. And there we go. So she should be hopping on any minute. Sorry, Judy. I know that you have to run real quick. Hopefully she'll be on really, really soon. And we'll make that announcement as soon as she gets on. But yeah, the Rosie Joe meals have been amazing lately. We got some new varieties in. Shredded buffalo chicken has been a staple for me, with some broccoli and some rice. And I had the salmon poke as one of my favorites. Had that for lunch today. So super stoked about that. Doing a lot more protein with breakfast. I'm finding that has been really good for my protein intake by getting it in early and not really having to worry about it throughout the day. Get it in early, get it done. I know it sounds weird, almost like workout. So, and Cheryl is coming in live, hopefully. We have some picture, but it is choppy. So there's Cheryl, and she is at a Starbucks. It's super choppy, Cheryl. And I don't have any audio at all. So I don't know what's going on in Florida. Apparently, like all the Wi-Fi is down there, including the self-service. Cheryl, can you hear me at all? And she's gone. Okay. So, yeah, the poke that I posted today, that's what I had for lunch. It was amazing. So good. And actually, with the wild health stuff, I learned that fish is one of my superfoods, and I should be eating as much fish as I possibly can, that it just does really good things for my body. So we're going to try Cheryl one more time. Here she comes.
Can you guys see me okay?
Now we got you.
I'm sorry, guys. We have a bad storm here, and I thought the Starbucks would have internet. There's no internet anywhere right now, so I'm actually going to try and go out to my car where I think I can get better service from Verizon. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I tried to just go to the coffee shop, and that wasn't going to work. And this is just life, right? You know, we all rely so much on our phones and the internet, and what happens when you don't have the internet? You know, you just got to improvise. So, all right. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, everything's good.
All right, cool.
We have a couple impatient people who are waiting for the big announcement that I've been talking about for 2 days. So I want to get that out of the way. Some of them have to hop in a car and get going. So the day after our show last week, I went under 300 pounds.
You what?
And now the day after our show last week, I went under 300 pounds.
Yay! All right. Has it stuck?
And as of today, I'm at 298 even.
Hell yeah. All right. We are moving. We are in a new bracket. I freaking love it. So how good does that feel?
You know, I don't know if it's mentally or what, but like my legs, my joints just feel better this week. I don't know if it's the mental aspect of it all, but it just like moving around just feels easier and better this week. I don't know what's going on with it.
I think that part of it is like, you know, it could be 1 or 2 pounds, but it's also like so I full-heartedly believe in the way we think, our mindset does affect how our body feels. I do believe that people can think themselves sick and think themselves well. And even though it's just the 1 or 2 pounds that took you from 300 to 298, the excitement, the feeling of like being in somewhere new, that like pep in your step has likely given you some new energy. And I think that's awesome. So dude, I'm so proud of you. I mean, this is your journey. I'm just a part of it, and I'm here to help you in any way that I can. And I am just so excited for you. So I tried to look up your check-in form, but I was getting 0 internet connection trying to do that. So you're going to have to fill me in on things this week.
Okay.
You're frozen or I'm frozen.
I think you're frozen a little bit. So yeah, we lost you again, Cheryl. So hopefully she hops back on. But man, she's having massive, apparently Florida is having some major storms, and we're really having some difficulty with any kind of internet at all. And I think she's back. She's kind of bouncing around a little bit. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, guys. I feel like horrible right now that my internet's just going to be crappy. But you know what I was saying was I didn't get a chance to see your form because I've had no internet. So you're going to have to fill me in on things a little bit for this week.
So the good things were that my successes, of course, are the sub 300. I feel like I'm in a really good place. I was saying before you got on that I'm eating the same things like every day, but I'm like good with it because it's just easier as the stresses mount as we get closer to the games.
Yeah. You know, it's funny you mentioned this because I think this is such a key concept for a lot of people to realize is it is actually that's the thing.
So you're cutting out again, Cheryl.
You know, on a weekly basis.
We have lost you again, I think. You're completely frozen with no audio. So what I said in my check-in form is that I hit sub 300. that I everything felt better. I was moving around a lot easier. And then, and that I'm eating a lot of the same things just day after day because it's just easier with all the stresses coming at going to the games. So we may have her back. Do we have you back, Cheryl? I think she's driving to a better location. So anyway, that's what's going on there. We are back in an air quality issue here in Ohio, so I am dealing with that again, and that is making my workout tough. But I'm getting them in. I'm getting 5 workouts in a week, so that's pretty good there. Yeah, just trying to get through, and I'm suffering from a little bit of burnout with trying to get ready for the game. But I think I'm starting to manage that a lot better than I was even a day or two ago. So with all that, we're trending in a really good direction. And hopefully Cheryl finds a spot with a good cell.
I just moved to Wawa's to see if I could get some internet here. So we'll see. So far I feel like I'm just going to listen for a few seconds and see how it goes. So
you're not breaking up now. You must be in a good cell.
All right. I'm scared to start talking again. Oh, this is life. All right. So what I was saying was, before I was so rudely interrupted by technology, is that I think that people get like in their head about like eating the same thing every day. And I'm going to be honest, you talk to most of the top level CrossFit athletes and you ask them about their diet, they stick to pretty much the same thing every day because of that, because it's easy, it's convenient, it works, it tastes good. And it's okay. What you'll find is that a lot of people, not that you guys are all looking to be top level athletes, but in general, is that a lot of people will rotate things after they get kind of sick of them. Like, I'll eat the same breakfast for 3 or 4 months, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm bored of this. I'm going to have something else. And I think that it actually makes it easier for you to kind of build rotations that way and go. So that's what I was pointing on. I think that right now, where you're at in your season, sticking to what works is the best thing ever. And I feel like I'm in a good spot because none of that just broke up. Woohoo! Yes. So, yeah. I heard you start talking a little bit about the air quality up there being shitty again. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Has it been affecting your sinuses and your asthma?
Yeah, very much so.
Have you been getting to the gym still?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't get to look at your food. Have you been, because like I said, my internet's been out for a couple of hours now. Have you been tracking this week, or has it been kind of an off week with you just following the Rosie Joes and sticking to things that are simple?
Everything's tracked this week.
Awesome. Cool. So I will take a look at that. Do you feel like you did a good job of hitting your protein?
I think so. Yeah, I think
cool.
I was saying when we were waiting for you to find a good cell that I've really upped my protein at breakfast, and I think that has changed everything. It just makes it easier to hit those numbers because I'm starting off with a lot in the morning.
I think if people realize that is the easiest place to get protein in. I mean, I have so many women that wake up and they think breakfast is coffee. Like, easy place to put protein. Throw some protein powder in your coffee. You want to have just coffee? Easy way to sneak in your protein, you know? So I love that for you. We're, 2 weeks now out from the game?
Yep, less than 2 weeks before I start driving.
That's crazy. And are you going to have Rosie Joe's meals on hand at the game?
That is what she said.
Awesome. You're going to be smooth sailing. Yeah. So something else that I thought that I wanted to start doing on these weekly calls with everybody is, like, last week we talked a little bit about like what your favorite meal is. I think giving everybody a little insight as to maybe something different that you've done this week. Have you changed anything in your food rotation? Tried anything new? How was your date night? Anything different for you this week?
So date night was pizza. And it was actually, we just stayed home and watched a movie. So we didn't really go out or do anything like that. We just ordered pizza in, which was nice and lovely. And then I did put in my check-in. I was able to fit in some ice cream on National Ice Cream Day on Sunday.
I love that. And also such a cool thing for people to hear is how much success you're having while still enjoying pizza, while still enjoying ice cream. And this could just bring me off on a tangent as to something that I feel very passionate about, because I was thinking about this today when I was recording my podcast on nutrition coaching is, I think people, being overweight is not a comfortable thing, right? Like it's something that that you are trying to fix, and you are actively making these positive changes to change that about yourself and become someone that doesn't feel like that. And I think what really at my core makes me so passionate about helping people is that, like, I feel like people feel like they should have to wait until they're a specific weight, or that they've hit their goal, or whatever, or the whole judgment around it just really, really bothers me so much. Like not knowing where a person's at in their journey. And so I love that you are seeing results and you are living your life the way you're going to live your life when you are at your goal weight. And that's so important. And I want everybody to know that if you're 100 pounds overweight, if you're 10 pounds underweight, if you're where you want to be, you deserve to eat the cupcake. You deserve to have the pizza. It's all part of the plan. And it was something that I really felt passionate about talking about today when I was just, on my own podcast today, because I think that it's something that there's a lot of shame and guilt about food for a lot of people around those types of things. And it does make them feel guilty eating them. So I'm loving it, Scott. So on your pizza, what goes on your pizza?
I'm super basic. Pepperoni, mushroom. That's it.
That's easy. Are you a pineapple on pizza? Pineapple on pizza.
God, no.
I'm with you. No pineapple on my pizza at all. I'm also like you. I'm basic. I usually do peppers, onions, mushrooms. Sometimes I'll do pepperoni, but I like cheese. I will say this. I can tell the difference when I get a good slice of New York pizza and there is real mozzarella on it, like the full fat versus the part skim. And I'm all about, like, I use the fat-free mozzarella and stuff like that. But when I want a piece of real pizza, I can totally taste the difference when they've used the cheaper stuff versus the real stuff. Do you notice that as well?
I guess.
It's the way the cheese melts. It really is. It's the way the cheese melts. It melts differently. And then when you pull it apart, like, oh, I'll be honest, Scott, pizza, that's my thing. Of all the things, that's the one food for me that I'm like, I love that.
You know the old joke, right? That pizza's like sex.
Oh, yeah.
When it's good, it's really good. And when it's bad, it's still pretty good.
Yep, that's true. Good point. But there's some pizza that I just can't. Like Pizza Hut pizza, I wouldn't even think about eating that pizza. I couldn't. I would look at it and be like, if that was, it would literally have to be that I was dying. I just wouldn't want to eat it. Just wouldn't want to waste my food on it, for sure. But yeah. Well, for me, this week, something that I've been trying to add in. What somebody posted anything? Do you all dip in your?
Do you all dip in your pizza in anything?
No. Pizza is not for dipping.
It is a thing. And there are some places around here where you can order dips with your pizza, but that isn't for me.
Not for me either. You can dip the breadsticks in something. Like you dip the breadsticks in the marinara. That's fine. But you don't dip your pizza and stuff. Pizza's not for dipping. Pizza's for topping Pizza's for folding. Pizza's for eating, not for dipping. Just saying, Kenneth. I'm sorry.
I think he's referring to they dip it in ranch.
Yeah, no. Ranch does not belong on pizza either. That's almost like.
If the pizza's good enough, you don't need to dip it in anything.
100%. That's what I'm saying.
Don't mess with perfection.
Exactly. Yeah. So I've also been trying to like every week do something a little different with my food because I feel like what I post in my Facebook group is usually something a little bit new. And this week I made my own peanut butter cups and they came out so good. And I'm going to be posting that recipe in my Facebook group because I tried to make them a little bit lower fat, a little bit higher protein so that people that wanted a snack and they wanted something sweet, they could have a couple of peanut butter cups. They're having their dessert and they're getting a little bit of protein too. And they came out really, really good. They were super easy to make. I did use real chocolate, so they still had a nice chocolatey crust, but I made the filling a little bit lower fat. So that was my new thing this week. That's pretty much the only thing though. So this week, what does it say? Laugh out loud. I'd rather not eat all that meat. I'm trying to read on my phone. It's so slow. Yeah.
I'll read them. I'm just putting up there. Jameen Alderson says, LOL, I'd rather not eat at all than Domino's or Pizza Hut. Yuck. Kenneth says,
agreed.
Put some hot sauce on your slider. Then dip it in ranch, Little Caesar's way. First of all, if you're copying Little Caesar, you're going down the wrong path. And Jameen comes back and says, I dip it in a smidgen of Bolthouse Ranch, makes the pizza taste even better. It doesn't get better than just pizza. You guys are crazy.
Pizza doesn't need anything. You know what else I was never big on? The stuffed crust pizza. You don't need to stuff the crust. You don't need to mess with the crust because you have all the cheese. And I feel like I kind of looked forward to just finishing off the bread. Like, I don't know. I didn't want the stuffed crust pizza. I just want the crust. Like, I enjoyed eating the crust. So I just, so you can mess with pizza. I don't know.
I love cheese.
Yeah. So what else do you have going on this week besides a ton of podcasts?
Actually, I've backed off on the podcast a little bit. I'm getting a little burnt out again. We head to the games, and I don't want to get there burnout. So.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like you guys have a show every day.
What I'm trying to do is have shows that are not CrossFit related.
Yeah.
To just kind of like take a breath.
I like that.
Or if I'm having somebody CrossFit on, it's somebody that I just love to talk to.
Yeah.
And if the audience loves it, great. But right now I just need to kind of reset me before we get to the games. So I'm talking to people that I love talking to.
Yeah, I love that. Are you did you find out more about your
And she's gone again. And she's back. Can you hear me? Cheryl, can you hear me? Maybe not. I think she's on mute. Anyway, I think she said something about my credentials. Yeah, I do have my credentials. And that's that. And she's dark. Well, anyway, I hope you guys got enough out of that. Maybe today we just call it a day with all the technical issues going on, and we'll have more of a chit chat next week when we get back together. With that, we will see everybody next time on.
Can you hear me?
Clydesdale. I was just going to go ahead and end the show. And I told everybody we'd get back with them next week. We celebrated sub 300.
Guys,
we're super stoked. And we'll catch everybody next time on the the Clydesdale Media weight loss journey.
All right.